As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Sayyidi, should pain feel pleasurable? Should tears be sweet no matter the source? What's the meaning of finding love in tragedy?
I don't know, that sounds like a sad song. I didn't like, I don't want to go into philosophies, yeah. But yeah, that if for Allah's sake then every thorn has a reality. So we said before, our life is a Gul al-Muhammadi, they call rose in English. The rose is called the Muhammadan flower, Gul al-Muhammadi, and our path is to traverse the stem to get to the flower. The flower is the fragrance, the bouquet, the essence and the oil. But nobody got to the flower without going through the thorns. So we don't have to make it a romantic love story, but life is filled with thorns. So if every thorn you're going to start cursing, yelling and screaming, then you're going to be a scary path, because our life is just filled with thorns, tests and difficulties. And it's through the thorn that you actually hit. If you take this thorn and go and then smash the flower, means you crushed your path. So this is about traversing with patience, and oh that was difficult, and they even hold the rose and blood come from their hands because the thorns are so many, but they'll never let go of the way of Prophet. So this is a difficult path. So to be patient through adversity, patient through difficulty, but always exhibiting the best of character. That you go around and think that people think you have good character, they've only seen goodness from you, or you're like a stink bug. You know what a stink bug is? I just saw it, in BC there's a plague of stink bugs, that as soon as you get near the bug he puts out a stink that like an oil that get on you, can't get it off, like a skunk, and make horrific smell, and they're now a plague in BC area. Yeah, so it's interesting, right? But we can't have our life like that, that you're like a bug, that you put out a horrible fragrance and a very bad experience for anyone who gets near you. That's not tariqah. Tariqah is that although you walk on a broken path, you are upright servant of Allah, in which nobody should know what difficulty you face, the whole world shouldn't know, because then you're like a stink bug. You just want to make everybody fragranced from your difficulty, and everybody have then a foul experience with you, and that's not tariqah. Tariqah is that you're beatific and fragrant, and nobody should see the hardship of what you face on your face. Your face shouldn't be read and shouldn't be readable for what difficulties that you have, and that's the upright character of Prophet's teachings. When you looked at Prophet was a shining moon, wasn't a face of despair constantly showing every type of sadness and difficulty. So this tariqah doesn't teach that, nobody teach that. But people want attention, they want somebody to draw an understanding and attention to their condition, and that's not from faith, because Allah can only change a condition, not the people. For all the people to know what hardship you're in is of no value and no benefit. What are the people going to do? They're not going to change it. Allah can only change a condition of a person. So as a result, let the people to be happy and to find pleasure in your presence, and that's then the Gul Muhammadi. Those whom you find like that, they are the Gul Muhammadi, they are the Muhammadan flowers. So although there are thorns on their life, they give a beatific fragrance continuous, and people are pleased to be around them. Other people jealous and they don't understand why they're like a stink bug and why the other one is like a rose. And that's exactly the thing, is that you want to give out all the badness, and the other one is trained on how to give goodness and peacefulness and calmness. Doesn't mean his own life or her own life is like that, but this is the example they have to give out, and this is the Islamic way, the Muhammadan way, inshaAllah.